Welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Welcome back to the Friday Review. Great to have you here. Nice to be able to end the week with you on the Cabral Concept, going over the absolute best of the week. Today, I've got a brand new book to review with you, a future special guest coming up on Conversations with Cabral. I would love you to get the book now. Try to read it if possible before he comes on the show. Either way, it's okay, but I'll be introducing you to that author in just a moment. Some really promising, again, natural health supplementation against the virus, the pandemic that's going on right now. The more help that we can get, obviously, the better. I'm going to be taking you through a one of my brand new additions to my household, my cookware. Right here, I'm holding in my hand this ceramic cookware I'll be talking about in just a couple of moments. And then, of course, I also have some great research for you today on cognitive decline and the more screen time that we have. But I'm going to give you the hours that are there and see if you match those hours. But before we get started, what I'd love to be able to do is update you on what's been going on in the practice this week. So much, of course, as every week is going on. I have no doubt that your life is probably equally as busy as well. We've got the holidays coming up, and for anybody celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. I believe today is the official start of Hanukkah. So wishing all of you a very happy and healthy holiday season. Keep yourselves well. Don't overindulge this holiday season. We have too many viral-based threats out there right now. We need to keep our bodies healthy and strong. But of course, you can enjoy some of your favorite foods. I'm not saying that. I don't think should go overboard. All right. So again, happy holidays, everyone. One of my favorite times of the year. I know we have so much going on right now, and there's a lot not to maybe be happy about, but we have to do our best. We have to come together as families and as communities and do the very best that we can to help each other out. So again, I wanted to wish you that, but also I wanted to share with you something really fun and exciting that we're going to be doing for the new year. We are implementing it. And again, if you are part of CabralSupportGroup.com, you already saw this happen about 2 weeks ago. That's why if you're not a part of that free Facebook group, hop on over. It's CabralSupportGroup.com. And you don't need to post any private information. It is a private group, and you are allowed to ask health coaching questions there, of course. But let's say that you want to connect with me directly, and you need a quick question answered. We set up a new text line, not a voicemail, but you can actually text in a quick question, and I'm going to get back to people every single day. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just blocking out 2 15 to 20 minute, potentially 3 times in my day to be able to connect with our community. I enjoy texting. I really do. I just think it's a great way to keep in touch with many, many people, and you can do it quickly. And again, as long as your plan includes it, it's free for most people. Again, your own data and message rates will apply, but you'll actually be able to text me quick questions. I can't read labs, right? We can't provide medical-based diagnosis or advice or anything like that, but we can help you with quick questions like, hey, you're looking for this, you're trying to find information on this, you're dealing with this. We can send you where to find that information, maybe the right lab, the right protocol, like any of these specific things. Again, we're not providing medical advice, but we can provide you with some of those quick tips, and I'm happy to do that. So super excited to be able to roll this out, and I'm also going to use this as kind of our insiders club. Again, this is completely free, by the way. There's nothing to buy. There's nothing like that. There's no catch at all. But this is going to be our insiders group. So I'm hoping that one day we will go back to normal and we will be able to travel around the country, and I'm going to be able to do some more meetups and live events as well. So I'm going to text people when those are available. Whenever we have something going on first, the people that are part of this, I'm just calling it Insiders Club for now. I don't have a name for it. We'll change that in the future. That we'll always text this group first. So we'll do pop-up Q&As for this group. Of course, we're going to be answering your text and so much more. So I look at it as super fun. And then once a week on Mondays, I'm going to be sending you my own, like what I'm looking at for the week, my own personal motivation and mindset tip to start the week. So check it out. I'm going to leave the phone number at today's show notes page. Head on over to stephencabral.com/1771. Today's show notes are stephencabral.com/1771. And it will give you the phone number. Now, the phone number, I will read it to you, but probably easier just to remember, stephencabral.com/1771. The current phone number, who knows if it'll change 5 years from now, but if you're listening to the day of the podcast, it's 617-485-0613. That's a Boston number. If you're outside of that area code, you might need to put the 1 in front of it, right? International, again, there might be charges, but put the 1 in front of it. So it's 1-617-485-0613. And I will link that up on today's show notes. So I'm excited about that. I really enjoy being able to connect back and forth with people. All right, so next up, I wanted to share this with you. Right now, the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute is closed, but we open in January. So when do we open? January 4th. Now, we only enable 100 people to join per month. We absolutely will book up all those 100 spots. So if you are interested in learning more about the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, just go to integrativehealthpractitioner.org and you can download the brochure. You can talk with one of our enrollment counselors that are just people that are IHP graduates. They know all about the program inside and out. They're going to give you an unbiased perspective of what they learned from it. And you can learn more about the community. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I get on live video chats every single month with our IHP community group, our IHPs, we just call ourselves. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, the relationships that people create, yes, virtually, and then end up meeting up as well, is pretty fantastic. So if you are looking to learn how to really heal yourself and heal others in 2021, this is the time to do it. And what I would say is this, is that if you're thinking about a career change into the health coaching field, this is the place to get started. There's just no doubt about it. I've been through a lot of certifications myself. I tried to take the best of the best and bring that into this one and get rid of the stuff that wasn't beneficial and helpful. So you can check it out at integrativehealthpractitioner.org, and we hope to see you on January 4th. All right, right now at Equa.life, the last update I want to bring you. Equa.life, our holiday sale is now complete. Our semi-annual sale is now over. We'll see you in July for the next semi-annual sale. But all kidding aside, we always have great offers going on the site, just not the store-wide that we do twice a year. So right now, you can actually choose your flavor, any of your favorite flavors, whether it's the chocolate indulgence, which is my youngest daughter's favorite flavor, the apple cinnamon, crisp, which is my first daughter's favorite, the Sunny Day Delight, and that's my personal favorite, or the turmeric, I should say lemon ginger goodness that includes turmeric in it. And all of those available right now, free, a whole box free on any purchase over $99. This is an amazing deal. This is, I mean, again, these are really a clean, organic whole food bar. They are plant-based. They are vegan certified. They are free of all of the top major allergens. They're school safe for most schools. So it's a pretty fantastic bar. That's what we set out to do, and I think you're going to enjoy them. So check it out right now over at equa.life. That's just EQUI.LIFE, no.com. Okay, this week for the podcast, we had on Leslie Durso. Hopefully you checked out the world-renowned vegan chef. She cooks for many of the Four Seasons on the West Coast in California, as well as in Mexico at many of the resorts, comes up with different recipes for them. Absolutely fabulous guest and pretty amazing on social media. giving away recipes on our website. So hopefully you checked out yesterday's show. We went in deep on all sorts of different health-based topics, recipes, you name it. Again, you don't need to be vegan to include some more plant-based foods in your life. That was episode 1770. So hopefully you checked that out. That was just yesterday's show. On Wednesday, episode 1769, we went over how xenoestrogens are creating brain fog, fatigue, low mood, and weight gain in both men and women. On Tuesday, episode 1768, we talked about the 4 ways heavy metals are disrupting your hormones. And on episode 1767, we went over the happiness treadmill, basically the hedonic adaptation, and a better way to maintain steady levels of happiness and even grow those over time. So check out those shows. Again, everything's at stevencabral.com/podcast. All right, now let's get into our product reviews, book reviews, and research of the week. So the first product I want to bring you, and again, remember what I brought you just a few episodes ago. So I'm going to link this up for you on all the different types of non-toxic cookware. One of the worst things that you can do is be cooking healthy food, clean, organic food that you spend good money on, and you cook them in pans that are made out of aluminum or that have lead chipping off of them that you don't want in your body, right? So really, really important that we begin to cook with more ceramic-based pans or non-toxic pans like the one I'm going to show you today. So the one I'm showing you today, I want to do it justice. So I'm actually going to pull it up because I just got it and opened it out of the package. So by Extrema, this pan is a 10-inch traditional skillet. Now, the great thing about this is that this is pretty lightweight. I mean, this is a ceramic pan, but this weighs even with the cover. So you can see the cover here. If you're listening on audio, you'll hear it right now. It sounds like a ceramic, and that's because it is. This is a nice, heavy-duty ceramic pan that you can cook stir fries in, you can cook your proteins in, you can cook your veggies in, and it comes with a non-toxic ceramic glaze as well. So you don't have to worry about all this stuff sticking, all the food sticking to the bottom of the pan. It's easy to clean, easy to use. One of the reasons why I chose the Extrema as well, one, it has a nice big 10-inch skillet, and it's about 2.5 inches in height. So you can put a little bit of coconut milk or broth if you're cooking a curry-based dish. You can add, obviously, whatever you like to it. You can steam it. You can put, like if I do my frozen veggies in this, then all I can do is just add a little bit of water to it because I don't need any oil in there. I can add the olive oil afterwards. I can put the lid on, and it's just going to steam it right inside that. So it's a great way that I like to do it. The other thing that I wanted to share with you about this company, too, is it comes with the silicone handle or the silicone handle, and you can just remove it. I mean, it just peels right off, but this is going to keep, which the pan gets nice and even in terms of heat, right? So it's not going to be more hot on the sides than on the bottom. It's even heat, and it's not going to burn your hand. So really easy. You don't need to wrap a towel around it. It comes right with a silicone handle. So the other great thing about using ceramic, this type of ceramic, well, there's two other big things about it, and that's why, again, I went with this company, is that once you're done cooking with this on, let's say, the stove, what you can do is you can pop it right in the oven. Okay, so whether you're cooking a meat dish, a fish dish, or you're cooking some type of paella, if you're Portuguese like myself, and let's say you add some egg to that, right? Let's say you want to do, you just want to cook an over-easy egg right on top. You can actually pop this right in the oven and actually bake it right from going from the stovetop. Now, I know you can do that with a lot of pans. This is going to be even, and it's not going to crack. You're going to be able to take it from the top of the oven, the stove, right into the oven, and it's also dishwasher safe. So that's a big thing. You don't have to worry about scraping it and cleaning it or any of those scratching of the pan. So pretty fantastic product, and I know that these things are actually, they go fast. Believe it or not, they don't make thousands of these and have them available all the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link up the company on my website, and you can go to stevencabral.com/1771, and I'll link right to the one that I chose. This is the one specifically that I chose, and it's also on my resources page. So that's stevencabral.com/resources. Now, keep in mind, if you're like me, I mean, I've been looking into this for a while, and yes, we have stainless steel pans, we have we have cast iron pans, but we haven't bought any ceramic yet, and that's because, like, we have glass, you might not want to spend the money on everything all at once, but you can kind of do what we do, is just you buy a little bit at a time, you upgrade a little bit more in 6 months or so from now, because you might not need everything right at once as well. But we can use our bamboo spatulas, and we can now use this ceramic pan, and we have one more thing for our healthy, clean kitchen. So that's what I recommend. A great company. I mean, they've been around for a while now, and they get really great reviews. So that's, again, a lot of companies to choose from. This is the one that I'm recommending for those ceramic-based pans. All right. So again, I will link that up for you. Next up is my book review of the week. You know that I love to read. Probably to an insane level, but anyway, it's part of my level of happiness, which you heard about on Monday. So the book is called "It Didn't Start With You: How Inherited Family Trauma Shapes Who We Are and How to End the Cycle" by Mark Wolin. I just interviewed Mark just about a week ago or so, and his interview will be debuting in about 3 weeks on the show. So definitely stay tuned for that. Every single Thursday is Conversations with Cabral, which is my interview of people that I believe are experts in their field. We had Leslie on yesterday, and Mark Wolin will be on in just about 3 weeks. It's a good way to start the year. The new year. So if you look at this book, if you're watching this on video, and again, my YouTube channel is just Stephen Cabral, please check it out. You can watch this podcast on video. You can also watch it on today's podcast page. But you'll see, if you're watching a video, that this has a lot of dog ears, right? I don't usually dog ear a book to this extent. And the reason is I'm basically just flipping through like every other page. And if you're looking right now, you can actually see I bookmarked this with mult tape. So if you, I certainly practice what I preach here. If I'm reading this at night, I can put on my mult tape, and I can practice my nasal-based breathing and giving my own mouth a rest, which I'm sure that my wife will enjoy a little bit of that peace and quiet as well. So here's the thing about this book. The reason why it is so dog-eared is that it reads like a workbook as well, that you're actually able to do the work inside the book. I mean, for whatever price this is, it's probably like $14 or $15. I mean, you get his decades of experience, and you can start to learn about how things that happen in your childhood that you may not even be aware of, or generations before, could be affecting you today. Pretty powerful, science-backed, and worth checking out as well. Okay, so that is It Didn't Start With You by Mark Wolin, and I'll link that up as well. The first research study of the day is something that I just came about, and again, I'm recording this show just about a week or 10 days or so in advance, but this is the new research on melatonin. So if you've been following melatonin and how it has been shown to help with this particular virus since like early June, then you already know a lot about this. But even back then, we knew that a study from the Cleveland Clinic, and findings were published in PLOS Biology, showed that there was a 30% reduced likelihood of testing positive for this particular virus for people that were using melatonin or had positive levels, high levels of melatonin. So yes, it does say that larger scale trials are needed, but that was a great finding, right? So melatonin being helpful. I have also a meta-analysis of melatonin as well that I'm going to link up for you if you're interested in reading all the different analysis on how melatonin may help with the cytokine storm, which is basically an inflammatory process of the immune system. And it certainly does help with the circadian rhythm and being able to heal ourselves and boost our immune system. And then we have another study here showing that those people given melatonin, on average, were discharged from the hospital after 7.3 days, compared to 13 days for those that didn't get melatonin. Now, I'm going to even give you the amount that they took. They took a very large dosage between 36 milligrams to 72 milligrams per day in 4 divided doses. So basically, they would get about 10 milligrams 4 times a day. Now, I want to share something with you, because you don't want to do this, right? This is not what to do if you don't have this particular virus, all right? So that is a high dosage. How much do I typically, use myself in a bottle like this? I use about 2.5 milligrams usually each night. And that allows me to really calm those cortisol levels, get into a deeper level of sleep. I'm using a very small dosage, a microdose of melatonin. But many people, as they get older, might use 5 milligrams or 10 milligrams. But 36 to 72, that's a lot. That's like using 10 or 20 grams of vitamin C a day. You would only use it in certain instances. So if you have this particular virus, I'm not saying this is a treatment protocol at all, but you might want to work with your doctor, look into these studies, and of course, look into the studies with vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin D that I do believe that you should be using ongoing as well, just not at the high dosage that you might use if you did end up getting this particular virus. So again, not providing medical-based advice or treatment protocols, but I wanted to bring this to your attention because reducing the duration of a stay by almost 50% is significant, and it goes to show you that that supplementation can be really positive, okay? So I will link all that up for you today as well. And now our last research study of the day, which again, I want you to see where you fall. If you're higher than this, it's okay, but we want to just start to reduce it. But danger, let's see here. More TV viewing equals greater cognitive decline. This was an analysis of 3,662 adults, ages 50 and older, okay? And it was published in Scientific Reports. I'll link it up for you. So people who regularly watch television for more than 3.5 hours a day had poorer verbal memory 6 years later than those who watched 3 hours or less. And the greater the amount of TV watched above the 3.5 hour level, the larger the decline in the form of cognition, which is basically memory recall, okay? Problem-solving memory recall. So I want to, though, just go a little bit further. So this is saying TV, but many of us don't watch TV per se anymore, but we're watching video on our phone. I say same thing. Same thing. If you are watching 3.5 hours or more of video, whether it's on your TV or phone, children and adults, could lead to cognitive decline. And I'm sure it gets worse as we get older. So that's why this study was done with 50 plus. So what I want you to do is you could even just keep track just for a week. Hey, some days it might be 4 hours. I get it. But then the other days it might only be a half hour to an hour. Okay, if we look at that, you're not going to average out at 3.5 hours. Obviously, the less time, the better. There's no doubt about it. Reading books, right? Getting out there, taking a walk, breathing in fresh air, exercising, cooking with your family, all of these things, better choices. But let's say we want to unwind a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with unwinding at all. I see no problem with watching a little bit of TV as long as you're not watching a lot of sensationalism, violence, anything like that sticks in that memory, especially right before bed. But what I would say is, let's make sure it doesn't go overboard. An hour, not so bad. 2 hours, okay. I think we're starting to get to the upper limit. And now research is showing us 3.5 hours or more. Certainly not ideal. I will link up everything for you today. Thank you for joining me so much today on these Friday reviews. Love being able to catch up with you towards the end of the week. Of course, if the show is helpful, please do feel free to share it with anyone you believe it could serve. And all the different links, the text message, phone number, the podcast links, the free bars. What else? We've got the ceramic cookware. We've got the book. We've got the research, all of that available at stevencabral.com/1771. Take care, everyone. Hope you are enjoying the start to your holiday season. Before you go, I wanted to ask you this question. What if I could teach you in just a couple of hours how to transform your thyroid, hormones, adrenal, cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar, weight loss, energy, mood, brain, pregnancy, anti-aging, or many other health-related issues? After 20 years in private practice, after seeing and overseeing 250,000 client appointments, I sincerely feel I have the real-world data and have found the answer you've been searching for. So what I've done is spent hundreds of hours of my own time refining what you need to know in order to uncover your underlying root cause health issues and then begin to rebalance the body and bring it back to a state of robust health and wellness. I'm going to teach you exactly what I do in my private practice so you can understand how you got here and now what you need to do in order to heal. You'll receive all of the important success checklists, protocols, and even ways to customize it to make the program fit your busy life. And you'll get all of this at a fraction of the price. Let me save you the time, money, energy, stress, and frustration of not knowing what to do next. Instead of reading dozens of books on the topic and seeing multiple practitioners, I will condense everything that you need to know in just a few hours of video tutorials that you can watch and listen to anywhere. Together, we will make this healing process an enjoyable one that you can take with you for the rest of your life. I wish you all of the best of health and happiness, and I hope to be able to guide you on your healing journey through my Health Results Accelerators. Simply choose the health imbalance you're currently suffering from, and by the end of today, you'll know what went wrong and how to get well again. I guarantee it. For details, head over now to stevencabral.com/courses.